Alright, so we got the Sisters of Battle explained by an Australian. I actually can't believe, we haven't really checked this out. We kind of, know who the Sisters of Battle is. Shout out to everybody, who showed support on my last video and on my streams as well. I'm actually streaming right now on Twitch. Wish you guys come through and let's get to the video. Let's go.
G'day guys and gal. Warhammer 40k is a very masculine setting. We have roided up space marines, deliciously oiled demigods, and oversized man-children. This combined with the influence of a very male-dominated company means that the hormone of the day is testosterone. Despite this fact, our glorious neckbeard overlords have discovered a way to not only include girls in the setting, but make them flourish. I introduce Space Nuns with Guns.
Goodness, yo. And I don't even, this is lustful activities. Y'all know I don't really indulge into these activities, but man, whew, she look fine as wine. Now he's right, bro. Whenever it comes down to like a male dominated, hobby or whatever, bro, whenever a girl shows up, bro, all the men, all their attributes go up by 100%. That's truth. But yo, I gotta know her name instantaneously, bro. She like a Warhammer version of Kylie Jenner.
To be honest, I find this is a totally appropriate way to represent women in Warhammer. They wear armor that genuinely looks like it protects them, unlike all other female armor in male-dominated franchises. And they still do.
I'm sorry, that's lustful activities. I should never even make that face. My bad, y'all. As a matter of fact, I won't even make no face every time a girl show up on this video. Make sure you guys, make sure you brothers stay focused, bro, because these lustful ways will have y'all twisted like tea.
Really cooked grimdark shit as well. The Sisters of Battle, as well as the Sisters of Silence, perfectly represent and display female super soldiers in the franchise, hence why there are literally no genuine calls for girl space marines. This also might be because there's like 3 girls that play Warhammer, but that part is irrelevant.
Not anymore, bro. Not anymore. I don't know if y'all noticed, bro, but there's like girls who really like Warhammer, y'all. For real. Now, here's the thing. For y'all freaky, deaky, horny dudes, bro, that be like, really into that Slannesh activity, bro. Yo, if you go on TikTok and you just search up Warhammer, bro, they be girls that be like, they be girls that be really, they be painting, they be like painting like, different Warhammer figures and stuff like that, showing it off on TikTok and on Instagram too, bro. Like, for real, don't ask me how I know these things. I was actually just searching for Warhammer content, and then if that popped up, I wasn't looking for women playing Warhammer or whatever. I'm not, like, again, I don't indulge into those lustful activities. But yeah, bro, nowadays in 2025, bro, there are a lot of girls, bro, who like Warhammer, y'all.
Now just quickly, before all you lore nerds crack it at me, yes, I'm aware that the Adeptus Soroitas and the Sisters of Battle are not the exact same thing.
Majorkill, you don't have to, yo, I'm cool, bro. You don't gotta, break down, oh, guys, but don't worry, you don't have to explain yourself, gang. It's okay. Like, I don't really, take that too serious.
I know that the Soroitas is the name of the entire organization, and the Sisters of Battle are the military wing of that organization. However, I will use the two terms interchangeably, because it really doesn't fucking matter.
Facts. It really doesn't. There's some people who really take this too serious to the point to where, bro, like, man, they'll call you out your name if you don't pronounce something correctly, or you don't, know all the lore to these female characters. It's ridiculous, y'all. Shout, I know most of y'all are cool, bro. Shout out to y'all who really watch my videos, man, who really don't take any, anything too serious, bro. But some of y'all need to take a damn chill pill, yo. Y'all be taking this too seriously for no reason.
Today we'll go over who the Sisters
like, bro, it's just Warhammer. It's not life or death.
Are and where they come from. We'll also look at what they're currently up to and if they're actually hot or ugly as shit. Before we get started though, we are so close to a massive Patreon goal of mine, which will result, for better or for worse, the production of 2 calendars. One featuring me and a hot naked chick, and the other one featuring custom Warhammer hentai.
Okay, wow.
Which is Nuns with Guns, or simply the Dominatrixes, are a relatively new faction that formed due to some religious people doing typical religious stuff, as well as a cheeky bugger exploiting a legal loophole. We haven't really covered much of the mid-30th millennium on this channel because all the exciting shit is either happening now or 10,000 years ago, but the Sisters were a highlight of it, so we get to learn a bit about it today. The Imperium, despite being a unified empire, is a very divided place. All the political parties, the Inquisition, the Administorium, highlight of it, so we get to learn a bit about it today. The Imperium, despite being a unified empire, is a very divided place. All the political parties, the Inquisition,
Where is Carmen Sandiego? Boy, she look like a Warhammer version of Carmen Sandiego. My boy, she ooh, man. See, this is what you call this is what you call a girl, bro. That's fine as wine, bro. Bro, she not showing off her like nothing, bro. Man, she got everything covered up and snuggled up, bro. But you can still see like the swag with it. Look, bro, she got the Undertaker drip. She got the nasty all black jacket. She got the all black armor on. She got the dictionary just tied to her leg. Like, bro, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Hey, she fly, bro. No lie, she's fly.
The Administorium, the Ecclesiarchy, the Astartes, the Mechanicus, they all vie for varying degrees of political and physical power within the Imperium. This all came to a head when some dick called Goge Vandire was able to lie, manipulate, and assassinate.
Boy, we know him, y'all. Y'all, he finessed his way to get some cheeks, bro, from what's her name, yo?
Until he became the head of the Ecclesiarchy and the Ministerium, making him the most powerful man in the Imperium. He exploited religion to basically drive half of humanity into a violent, zealous rage. Overall, he sucked, but due to the Astartes and Mars, the other two most powerful organizations, not really giving a shit about people, he was allowed to continue his bullshit. The Custodians also didn't really care, as the Emperor was not directly threatened by a bunch of wacky bitches whipping themselves while jacking off onto the Bible. During this madness, George heard of a convent of hype.
Man, send them to hell. Jacking off on what? Man, send them to hell, bro. Now. Jacking off on
faithful women on some planet. They were totally devout to the Emperor in every way, shape and form. As such, George wanted them to serve him directly, as it would look like the Emperor had his back. Using a cheap magic trick, George was able to convince the nuns that he was the chosen of the Emperor, hence they agreed to become his bodyguards. I'm sure he also used them for other things, but the
other things, bro. Other things, yeah. You're not just my bodyguard. Yo, I want you to do this as well. Man, he was a freaky man. Yo, I'm convinced he was the Diddy of Warhammer, bro. For real. I think he was the Diddy of Warhammer, bro. For real. This is, yo, diabolical work, bro.
Fighters don't really go there. They were trained within an inch of their life, brainwashed with the religious fervor so much that they basically made them unbreakable super soldiers. They were then equipped with Sermite power armor and bolters, hence making them a genuine match for Astartes, at least in ranged combat anyway. Eventually the galaxy rose up against Vandire, and instead of fixing his ways or attempting to gain new allies, Vandire declared all Astartes and Martians to be traitors and heretics, then locked himself in his palace with a couple thousand Sisters of Battle to protect him, and probably help him relieve some tension. Don't worry, baby, the Emperor said it was okay. The Astartes were like, fuck this bitch, and drop-potted straight at the palace. However, they were actually held back by the Sisters of Battle. To the credit of the Sisters, the Astartes literally couldn't get through to the palace, hence the battle was drawn out for months. The Sisters of Battle outnumbered the Astartes and matched them in firepower, armor, and determination. The Sisters' faith in the Emperor also pushed them beyond normal limits, as they would just never give up. Some Sisters' faith was so strong that it manifested as a subtle warp powers to boost them even further. Eventually,
but this is all over nothing, though. I hope y'all know this. This is over nothing. Bro, this is over trickery, lies, and deceit, bro.
Custodian was like, this is fucking retarded, and led the famous Sister of Battle, Alicia Domikar, and some of her space nuns to the Emperor. The Emperor was like, joke's over, go kill Vandire, then meet me back here at nighttime to celebrate. Alicia was like, say no more, daddy. And then she went and killed Vandire, hence ending probably one of the more autistic threats the Imperium had faced. After Vandire was dead, the Ecclesiarchy was no longer allowed to field any men under its command, to prevent a rise-up like this happening.
Hey, she's kind of cute. I don't know if y'all noticed or not, but she kind of got it on. I like her style, and she cute too.
Again, hence they decided to instead field and grow the Sisters of Battle to be their army, as this was technically okay. None of them were men. Loopholes OP. Over the following millennia, the Sisters of Battle grew into their thousands strong and spread across the galaxy in convents. They were a shared military force between different inquisitorial orders, such as the Ordo Hereticus. Basically, all of the factions of the Imperium that burn anyone who they think might have caught a whiff of chaos usually has access to the Sisters of Battle. Now, even though the Emperor did his best to try and make everyone become an atheist, his time spent as a quadriplegic has actually benefited from the opposite coming true. Due to the combined belief of countless people, the Emperor can do wacky shit with the warp, including making some people living saints. Basically, an extremely devout and brave individual will need to die in service of the Imperium. They will then be brought back to life.
Hey, show the girls, yo. Show the girls.
With new paladin-like powers, such as morale boost, holy fire, invulnerability, etc. Some revive with small or no powers, like Drussus. When this occurs, all the religious nutters have a circle jerk and declare them as a living saint, meaning there are probably a lot of battles that involved this warp fuckery. However, the Inquisition didn't notice them, so they weren't given the superficial title of living saint, if that makes sense. The most famous of all these saints was Saint Celestine, who was also over...
Ooh, I know her. Tell me what's been on my heart, residuals. Hey, I know her, bro.
Powered as shit. The living saints are basically greater demons of the Emperor, so they can't actually die. In saying that though, she has to obey similar rules, i.e. lots of faith and a lot of warp fuckery. She was once a humble sister repenter who got absolutely repented to death along with her sisters of battle. But she survived and continued to fight the good fight. Not quite yet the literal angel of death we know her as, but definitely glowing a little bit. She then insisted that they travel to some frozen shit planet where she recovered some extremely sacred and holy artifacts, namely golden power armor and the ardent blade. With these artifacts she went from a level...
Yo, she could have picked me up, yo. And as long as I got my suit and tie. Yo, if she would have picked me up, bro, I would have been honored.
30 thug to a level 100 mafia boss. She fought hard for the Imperium in this state until she got Allah Akbar'd by some chaos dude who suicide nuked himself while fighting her. She was blown to smithereens, however just like greater demons, she could come back to life if the Emperor desired it, after a certain amount of time. And come back she did. She was basically the Sisters of Battle's version of the Sanguinor. Pop in, save the day, and then fuck off. Eventually, she would stop being a little elusive bitch when Abaddon the shitcunt attempted to conquer Cadia for like the 13th time. She brought with her a bunch of Sisters of Battle and helped turn the tide of battle, even engaging Abaddon in a 1v1. An interesting point to note is that when Cole activated the Necron pylons and cleansed the warp from Cadia, the demons were banished and Saint Celestine was weakened, but not banished. This is due to the Emperor empowering the souls of mortals to create his warp entities rather than just making them out of warp stuff. Celestine would go on to stab Abaddon, causing him to run away and drop a Blackstone fortress on Cadia, because he's a really sore loser.
GG's.
Celestine...
Bro, he's a Hall of Fame just nerd in high school, bro. Yo, bro got rejected so hard that like he started crashing out, bro. Hall of Fame book bag reacher.
Would then go on to help guide the survivors of Cadia to Gulliman, where they would then resurrect him. She then went with them to Terra, where G-Man had a heart-to-heart with Daddy, and she swore she would fight with him to save the Imperium. And she did okay until she met Khan the Betrayer, who killed the shit out of her. But yeah, holy demon, she'll be back. Just like how the Space Marines are separated into distinctive chapters, the Sisters are separated into orders, meaning players who use them on tabletop can kinda just make their own order if they want. The 6 main ones are the Argent Shroud, genuine space paladins who are actually pretty good people. Think of them as the Salamanders of the Sisters. Ebon Charlotte.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Yo, what's her name? Does anybody know her? Stay right there, baby.
Vanilla hoes who wear white and black armor.
So what I did was, I don't know if y'all know, but I'm doing this for research purposes. So what we're trying to figure out is, I'm trying to figure out the Glucian Maximus of this woman right here, because I'm trying to actually get a figure of this woman right here and pair all of the same colors. That's what I'm trying to do.
Sacred Rose, who like to engage in tactical warfare instead of autistically screeching, "For the Emperor!"
Really?
And then Naruto running at Greater Demons. The Blood Rose, who are the Order who autistically screech, "For the Emperor!"
Yeah, hey, do that again. I swear to God, I'll turn off the video. Do that again. Do that again. I swear to God, this video will be done. I promise you.
And Naruto run at Greater Demons. Our martyred lady, the poster girl Ultramarines of the Sisters, the order that Saint Celestine is from, and then there's the Valorious Heart, who feel really bad.
Dang, she look beat up on. Baby, what happened? Yo, it looked like Shaquille O'Neal gave her a few one of these elbows of Doomerson, yo. Like she got, like she just got hit with the John Cena just startup pack, yo. What's going on? I mean, she looked beat up, man. Yo, baby, what's going on? Baby, tell me, I'll get him. I promise you.
About the whole Vandire situation, hence regularly punish themselves and go all fanatical. Now, with all their faith and willpower, can the sisters fall to chaos? Or are they just like the Custodes, Grey Knights, and Sisters of Silence who cannot fall? Well, it turns out they can, but it's extremely difficult and doesn't happen often. The most famous case being whatever the fuck her name is, who was taken prisoner by the Emperor's children. Now, rape jokes aren't really funny.
We ain't doing that. Let's skip a little forward. We ain't doing that. We won't play those at all.
I hope Muriel pops up again at some point, because she has a lot of potential as a character. I also got...
I don't even want to, before y'all say, oh, why'd you skip? I don't even want to, I don't think that's funny either. I laugh at a lot of stuff, a lot of dark humor. I don't think that's funny either. You right, Majorkill. We're going to skip that. Yeah, keep it real.
Anti-commissioned of it for my Patreon, so there's some...
Lord have mercy.
Friendly shit for you there. In recent times, the Sisters of Battle have been getting a decent amount of love from Games Workshop, with plenty of new models and rules to flesh out their faction once again. This also brings us to today's debate. Are the Sisters of Battle actually hot or not? Well, just like anything.
I think these women look absolutely beautiful. You know? I think these women look absolutely beautiful. That's what I think.
You have fit chicks and ugly bitches. The reality is, due to their strict diets, lots of exercise, and hectic levels of faith, they are as good as they can look. Now, you can't polish shit, but all of them are in great shape, so that's a tick. I think it just boils down to Games Workshop's inability to make a miniature model without an autistic facial expression. Overall, the Sisters of Battle will be the ones that do you, doggy. They'll beat you to an inch of your...
What? Is that what y'all Warhammer dudes be doing? Y'all gonna let these girls do it, have their way with you? I'm the man. I don't care. I don't care how strong you is. I'm the man. I ain't turning around. I ain't bending over for nothing. Man, I'd rather go out bad than bend over.
Life, and you'll love every second of it. With thighs that could crush... These holy thoughts purge the galaxy of its heresy, with nothing but bolters, power armor, and unbreakable faith in the Emperor. And that does us for today, guys.
Shout out to our boy Majorkill for this one, man. And yo, y'all been actually spamming that West Hammer video about the I think it's like 5 different type of Tyranid. So that's actually kind of like a little long video, but obviously I'm gonna do it for y'all, man. Thank y'all so much, man, for coming through. It's probably like the first time in a long time that we even checked out the Sisters of Battle. So shout out to them as well. Obviously, I took those pictures for research purposes. Other than that, man, make sure you guys like the video, subscribe to the channel. Also, man, make sure you guys come over for my Twitch stream. I think I'm playing some Fortnite today, which is like the first time in like a month, so that should be pretty fun. Other than that, man, I'm gonna see y'all later next time out. Bye, everyone.